So what we have here is our core pillars of our platform. You can see on the left-hand side here, fundamentally, first, you need a digital avatar, you need a digital profile that you can start from, and then you can always develop and build as you move forward for the more levels that you progress in your digital community, for the status you're in. You can have different types of kits, different sorts of trophies, etc. And having a core personal digital profile is one of the core parts of what we have. Secondly, you then need to engage and connect. So there's a community forum platform that allows you to chat and set up structures to build your own communities with your fan bases. Then thirdly, it's about, we talked around gamification being key. So there's all sorts of different types of games that you can put into this piece, but having something around gamification, and games is a core part of that, is really important. But it doesn't just have to be games. As an example, I was on holiday last year. I happened to be up a mountain with my children. My daughter was devastated because she couldn't get a signal because she was struggling on her Snapchat streak, which she had about 350 days, wasn't it? The gamification of, all right, you must have a streak each day, you must do certain things, it is so fundamental to our behaviours and drivers that actually having a gamification program around what you need to do in a community that always delivers the fans with something else to do is a huge part of what the platform can deliver, because it's a huge part that keeps that retention and keeps things live. Think back to the fancy Premier League piece around, even if you're doing badly, then next week there is always a new challenge for you to take on. That's all in play, but then what really delivers on that whole experience is leaderboards, and it's about status and competition about what you're doing. Now, that can come in many ways, but maybe it's the fittest fan, whoever's done the most steps for that week, or who's walked the furthest to the stadium, or whatever that may look like. So status and recognition is a core part, and then of course the whole rewards piece. So think of this as a fan-based loyalty program. How do you, all that good activity that you put in play, how do you get rewarded for that? How do those rewards then make you feel? And a lot of this doesn't necessarily have to be financial rewards or incentives. Actually, the money can't buy stuff is the stuff that our users and fans really want to be involved in. So that is an idea around the core pillars of what an engagement community platform should be having within it. And then here's some examples of various different clients we're looking at, about ideas that we're putting in play. But as we talked about, well, okay, first things first, you can have numerous different related types of fan games, etc., that you can come back to in daily requirements, and you keep up your streaks, etc. So I'll leave you with this piece, but you can have a digital community that is user-generated and user-driven, which sits perfectly alongside a lot of the other core fan experiences that are in place. You can find a community of building those users. The one thing you are going to be able to do is enhance and understand your fan base a lot more, because it's a two-way conversation, and that fan base is working with you, for you, alongside you, rather than just delivering content to that fan base. They then become your best advocates, your best referrals. They can actually go and drive those communities and move that forward, because they feel that ownership and part of it. And actually what that does take out, and that allows an ecosystem to come in place that diversifies, is that fan experience and can deliver new digital-based monetization programs that sit alongside, rather than taking away all of the more traditional commercial opportunities that we see in the football community. So that's what it could look like when you think about, well, how do you take a digital community and make it physical? Well, okay, maybe at half-time you have a number of leaderboards projected onto the pitch to see whoever the most celebrated fan is of the week, just as an idea and a concept around how you can take digital communities and fuse that with the physical piece. And we're looking at club sponsors, leagues, and broadcasters around how this platform can fit alongside and as part of the overall ecosystem.